This is
Okay, I can
working.
see you. Yes.
Finally, it's
Okay.
working.
Yes. So everybody, we've got Busola in the building. Yep, 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 yep.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Good to see
Okay.
you.
Good
You're
to
my
see you.
ebo. You're my
Hey,
ebo.
my
I
sister.
salute,
Yeah,
swale,
we are
everything.
loyal. We are loyal. you know, it's really exciting.
Yes, it
This
is.
kind of time we found ourselves. And I'm amazed, and that's why we're humans. The coping capability we have is really, really amazing. The way people are adjusting, trying to get out of the fear and take action and all of that, to me is very interesting.
Yes.
Now you can see people reaching out to support their neighbors. Food banks are popping up everywhere around the
Yeah.
world. People are reaching out to support other people,
Yes.
prayers, everything as much as possible. It's really, really been, you know, it's something to be happy about. It's a great time to actually be alive. You know, I'll be very sincere. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Always good to
Thank
see
you
your
for
face.
having me here. Oh, thank you.
Yes, thanks. So yes, so like what we do, we start out with telling our audience why we're doing this,
Okay.
because it's important. We're not just doing Instagram Live because we want to do Instagram Live, but we have a reason why we're doing this. We want to start out with that. Then we introduce
Yes.
you. Then you start out the conversation. So why we're
Okay.
doing this? So if not for the pandemic, this week would have been Tuesday this week, 22nd precisely, 21st precisely will have been the day for this year's conference,
Yes.
the Business of Photography Conference. This will have been the third year. And what we created the
Congratulations
conference,
about that as
thank
well.
you, thank you. Why we created the conference is to create opportunities like this for creatives to exchange ideas, talk
Yes.
about, how to grow the industry, how to put the industry on a global map, and how to tackle challenges that creatives might be facing, in their own little space.
Yes.
And it's interesting that this particular year, the theme for the year is photography and the business. So photography and the technology evolution is the theme for this
Wow,
year.
what a big
And
coincidence.
you understand, to now
Wow.
realize that we might actually end up doing a virtual conference as against a physical conference, makes it
Yes.
very interesting. And it shows the importance of technology in our present, life and how it's actually going to evolve to become the new normal.
That's true.
So, and why we got interested in, having someone like you come on board is what you've done using technology. And I know it's funny because even what you've done, I know a lot of people don't even know about this platform yet, but it's actually an
Yes.
amazing platform. I remember when I came in, I didn't know where I was coming. It just says ski kitchen. I'm like, kitchen, wow, what are you doing in the kitchen? We come and eat in the kitchen. Okay, now let's go to the kitchen. And
Yes.
we got to the kitchen, and it was a very interesting presentation that day when I came in. And the fact that we got there to find out what it's all about. The fact that there's a platform now for creatives, not just to learn, but also to make money, and then to
Yes.
expand their scope. And for me,
Yes.
I find that really, really interesting, which
Yes.
is why for us, we think it's very, very important for someone like you doing such that, we have a conversation. If we're talking technology, then that's one of the fantastic opportunities that technology has come to offer, and we cannot miss out on this opportunity. So what we do is this. I've said my own. You introduce yourself, uh, for a lot of people, even though we all know you. You introduce yourself, then we take the
Okay.
conversation from there. Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so is my ebo. So whenever you hear me
Mhm.
say yes, sir, is as in I respect these are what people have always looked up to, since I
Thank you,
started this
ma'am.
journey
Thank you.
2015.
Mhm.
So my name is Busola Dakolo and
Yes.
I'm a photographer. I love my job so much. I
Mhm.
love it.
Fantastic.
I didn't
And you do
actually
well with
know
them.
I had passion in photography. It was like I
Mm.
stumbled upon photography. Yes. Because
But
it
it's been
was
very
my
good.
husband's, it was my husband's camera. So the photographer was meant to be teaching him Nidum photography, and I decided to just join in. The first day, my husband did not finish the lesson. The next day, he told me, Busola, it seems like this thing is, just carry on. And that's how I discovered I had passion in photography. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
So that's what I do for a living. And then aside that, now have a platform called Skills Kitchen. So Skills Kitchen, like you said, a lot of people always think, is it kitchen? Is it food? Is it culinary skills or what? So really, it's actually a platform where, a kitchen, you take in tomatoes, you take in onions, you take in pepper. But as you take in the ingredients, they don't come out the same way. Nobody eats raw pepper like that. It has to be cooked, whether it has to be baked, you have to do something to it.
Definitely.
So it's like a place, come with the level of the skills, whatever it is that you have. You enter, you get to our platform, you engage in something, you are not going to come back the same way. You're not going to go back rather the same way. Now your skill will be more refined. Apart from it being more refined, you'll be able to make money as well and earn a living. That is the critical thing. That is one of the most important things right now.
Very, very important.
Because, bros, unfortunately, we are all on like survival mode. As in,
that's it now.
Everybody do something.
We just have to survive.
Yes, you have to do something. You are Yoruba, and you are the one that will interpret this to the audience. You know when they say "Elemi lo ma last."
It is he who has the Emi that will last. So the truth is, what that means is the survivor for the fittest right now. Survival of the fittest. That's what she just said. So it's only the ones that are fit that will actually survive it.
Yeah. So the platform is now engaging people regardless of where you are. And what even made me to start this platform? See, when I started learning photography in 2015, before I went to New York Film Academy, I actually started learning online through a platform. So I was wondering, like, wow, so there's a platform like this. I was able to, my stay at school at New York Film Academy for 8 weeks became more relevant because of the things I quickly learned online too.
Fantastic.
By the time I returned, and some people were asking me, girl, you just put to bed. Your baby is just like 1+ old. How did you do this now? Like 2 years old. My baby was like 2 years old, my last child. How did you do this? I said, see, this is how I started. This is how, and they were asking me, okay, come and teach me now. Come and teach me. So because of time management, I couldn't do the one of, okay, let's organize something. 5 of you come, I'll teach you. I just started thinking, like, how did you even learn this thing? How did you take it to the next level? Was it not online? So why won't you move ahead? Someone just asked, what platform is that? It's Creative Live.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, I was asking the platform that I was learning.
That you learned from. Oh, yeah. Yes, Creative Live. Fantastic platform.
Yes, Creative Live. As in Chase Jarvis is my man. Like, he's one of my mentors. He's never met me, but he knows me. I'm always like disturbing his life. So, the way it is, I was like, how did I even start this journey and start to, understand things better? It's because of online. So why can't I make people to know, regardless of where you are, regardless of how you feel this skill is difficult to learn, you can start the journey online. I'm not saying that you would take the entire process online, but at least you start something. Start it online. You can do something online. And that's how we just started. I started the platform. It was completely difficult. The platform actually was established 2017, but it's been here and there. Like, we've been going through a whole lot of hurdles, with the internet connection in Nigeria. It's a whole lot, And currently we have different people in different fields, not just photography. you know, even in terms of business, because like what your platform is all about, business of photography.
Business of photography,
so photography is a business. It goes beyond us just knowing the technical aspect of photography.
Definitely. So thank you, and I'm excited. You know, so two things I've been able to pick from this is you've got a very inquisitive mind, which is the mind which actually drove you to find a way to make ends meet. So you were not waiting. Yes, you started with a physical, you know, session, but you took it one step forward. Almost every seasoned photographer would at some point have had a spell on Creative Live. You don't understand. Creative Live was something that changed everybody's understanding. You know, the fact that you could go there, you could listen. It was almost like a live session. You almost, I mean, I think it was me researching Creative Live that I found out about Subra, and then I was following one of Subra's class. I saw, you know, and then I saw TY in one of the classes as one of the students. I'm like,
I was like,
TY, so you can play power, you can drive power back and go and be learning, you know. And you know, for me, it shows an inquisitive mind and a mind that is open to learning. And everyone that's open to learning definitely is open to growing, which for me is the most important thing. And you know, so it's impressive. You now taking that step further, not just learning, but yes, 1205, Deba, we know you, all of us pay. All of us, nobody that didn't pay, we all pay for Creative Life. Now, so, yeah, so, no, but it's okay. We didn't just pay the money, we learned. We learned, and we are happy that we did. Good. That's so, I like the fact that you took it a step further, which is not just learning. You decided to create a platform. And for me, I find that very, very interesting. Creating a platform for one, local creatives to share and transfer knowledge. Two, local people who might not be able to pay for a platform like Creative Live to actually pay. I mean, I was on the site and I'm seeing courses for 2,000 naira. I'm seeing courses for maybe 5K. I'm seeing courses for maybe 10,000 naira. And for me, that's impressive. The fact that you now broke it down and say, you know what? Instead of, if you cannot pay in dollars for Creative Life, how about paying in naira for, you know, the same body of knowledge? I mean, people who have learned from all this platform, who are professionals, who have, you know, added experience in the field to knowledge from all of these places, bringing all of these things together to actually, you know, transfer knowledge on that particular platform. So for me, I find it very interesting. Now, moving into my very first set of questions, what has it been like creating a platform like that here in Nigeria, where technology is not limited, but access to it is a bit limited? What's it been like? Yeah.
Okay, so I would say we first of all encountered a lot, trust me. And even before we could even create something, and meanwhile, I as an individual, I thrive on collaboration. Definitely. So this platform has gotten to where it is today because of people that we have collaborated with. And because nobody is just total package for everything.
Definitely.
So even in terms of the IT capacity, it was through, you know, engaging some of my former colleagues at the bank, and because I was in the e-business department, I'm very IT savvy. So that was able to help me to build the model, like this is what we can do, and also now work on it being a cost-effective platform. And one of the issues why the platform, I actually thought of establishing the platform, is when I was learning on Creative Life, to be very candid. You know, there were some times, like, I can't remember, there was a particular person that was teaching, and he used a particular equipment. My brother, I would go all the way to think of how I can get that equipment, because I want to achieve the kind
exactly
of
what you
work.
achieved.
Yes. But later on, I discovered photography is more than that. It's based on understanding. You can always improvise.
Definitely.
Even when you don't have some certain kind of equipment. And I was like, see, our own terrain, our system is different from how their system works.
So true.
If you think of how they build their clients, you know, there was one that was talking about they build their clients, some kind of factors they put in place. It's not applicable in ours. So it's very crucial and very important to use the experts that have worked in our own terrain. So that people know that, see, these people have worked in our terrain. This is how they maneuver this. This is how they did this. This was how they improvised when they were at this situation. This is what they did. And that is why I thought of it's time for experts in Nigeria themselves. They are capable. They know these things even more than some of those experts outside the country. But because there's no platform to make them to be visible so that a lot of people can learn from them, it creates that kind of handicapped situation. So that was one of the things I was like, see, there are many people I want to learn from. So if we can have this platform where we're able to bring all these different people, and all the while what we've been doing is we've been test running. You will not believe it. This is not test running for 1 year. It's not test running for 2 years, because we fail, we pick a lesson, we rebuild again, so that we will have that capacity to build and, you know, increase. So we needed to start in a very limited, we couldn't open it up to so many people. 2 years ago was really a whole lot of breaking things down and saying, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. So right now that you see my photography courses, they are like, let's see, we are test running. So we are test running for the different models that we are unleashing with different creatives in different areas. So it's not like, you know, one person will just be running this. It's a platform for different creatives to come. All the people we've been admiring, like, oh, you admire this person, I cannot reach Jide Odukoya, I cannot reach this person, I cannot reach Kola Shalos, I cannot reach Emmanuel Yeleke, I cannot reach Big Age, I cannot reach T.Y. Bill, I cannot reach but see, there's a platform where I can get to reach them.
Fantastic.
And that unique thing that I want to learn from them, I can get to learn it from them. You know, so that's actually what the big picture of the platform is. So we've really been working behind closed doors. You know, there's a whole lot of challenges when it has to do with startups, you know, especially when it has to do with, because you have to back up, you have to ensure security is protected, the privacy. So there's a whole lot to running an online platform, because you have to ensure that anyone that comes to the platform knows that, see, this is secure, this is authentic, and it is verified, and we know the quality of what we get from it is top notch.
Fantastic, fantastic. I like the word you started with, collaboration. I like the fact that you talked about cost effectiveness in deploying. I like the fact that you talked about, you know, taking advantage of the unique local knowledge and all of that. So, which brings me to my next line of question. Now, it's so funny in this part of the world that collaboration seems strange to a lot of people. Even though you might have been lucky to have found people to collaborate with, maybe because it's Busola now, you know. But trust me, collaboration happens to be one very, very tough thing here. So one of the things we tried doing with the conference this year was, after we sat down and we did our research in previous years. So every year we developed, you know, after the conference, we sent out questionnaires to few people, we sample the opinions, we try to look at what, you know, we did wrong and how we can improve, and then we listen to feedbacks. And one of the things we realized is, first, the creative industry in Nigeria, let's say the music has scaled a little, the movie industry has scaled a little, fashion is scaling a little, but photography industry is technically nowhere. And this is what I mean by technically nowhere. The government does not even recognize it as an industry on its own, which is the first problem. So automatically, finance houses do not see it as an industry on its own. So what that means is that it's not a bankable industry. You cannot commit to an industry you don't even understand. So which is why creative might find it very hard to access funds, especially startups in the photography industry, and they have to buy equipment that are worth millions of naira, you know, to actually set up effectively. So because they are not bankable, no one's going to give you money when they don't understand what you do. I mean, I understand what Timmy does. You know, he sings great music. Everybody listens. Then we can buy his song. Then he can do concerts. Then we can make money from concerts. Then he does an album. Then we can buy his album. Then we can make money from that. Then he can be picked to endorse brands. Then he can make money from that. Then he can sell on platforms. And then we can make money from that. Then maybe now that there's iTunes and there's technology, he can sell on iTunes, and then we can make money from that. So I understand that, see me, we make money. But wait, what does Busola does? Busola is a photographer. She takes picture. So what happens? And she take the picture. So when she take the picture, then people will pay her. Is it no picture? How much are they paying her? She will now come and request for a loan of she will request for a loan of 20 or 50 million. How will she pay? How will she pay? Somebody that is taking picture. Is it not the same picture we take 20 naira from Baba Raimi down the road? How can she, you know? And for me, that's a big issue, which is why when we did our research towards the conference this year, which was why we chose the theme, photography and the technological evolution, we did our research and we realized that one of the things that has helped a lot of the other creative industry in the last few years to scale has been the adoption of technology. So this year we said we're going to create a conference where we bring people from the tech space to have sit-down conversations with people in the photography space, and then we discuss their problem. And then we look at collaboration. How do we collaborate? How do we create platforms that can generate, you know, revenue? How do we create platform that can make people see the opportunity within that industry? You know, which was what the conference was all about. So, which now brings me back to a conversation about collaboration, because I'm actually so excited about the platform, and I see the potential of the platform. For one, I actually see it because I take courses. I took loads of online courses. I mean, way back it was lynda.com. You know, that was the in thing, not even Creative Life. So it was lynda.com. So we're always about lynda.com. Then you started having people create their own individual courses and all that. Now you've got like platforms like the masterclass.com, where, you know, you have the very seasoned ones too. They go there and you buy into. So which is why I'm excited and I'm so confident about what Skill Kitchen can actually achieve. Now, so coming back to the bottom line of it, what was it like collaborating? Your collaboration, did you collaborate directly with people in the tech space? And what was it like collaborating with people in the tech space, you know, when you reached out to them to collaborate, if they were the ones you collaborated with? And then, did that collaboration favor you, or was it a willing collaboration, or you still had to have your hands tied back and just get this thing done?
Okay. So I would say the collaboration we started with is collaboration with individuals that are skilled in those technology things. So it didn't have to do with, there's a code that I live by. I live by achieve more with less. It's like I have Ijebu blood in me. So
which is
before
right.
I think of spending, you know, I have to look at different options and justify why I am spending this amount of money, and look for ways that I can achieve the same outcomes, yet with less amounts. That's how I've always lived my life. So I also transferred it in terms of business. Immediately I outlined all the things that needed to be done. I started looking for people within my circle, people within my network. It was someone helping me to tell this person. I got in touch with different people, had different meetings, you know. And unfortunately for me, it was like I was a stay-at-home mom. And I had lost touch with the professional environment for like 2 years. So I needed to like sit down in the company of people. I discussed my idea. This is what I had in mind. This is what I have in mind to do. Some told me, Busola, you cannot do this. This person is not even doing this. Why would you want to do it? I said, I am seeing a need. It was even that bad up to the extent that I thought that, Busola, you cannot do it. I proposed to someone. And she's a photographer. I said, I think you should do this. Imagine you, because up to the extent that I felt that,
you thought you couldn't do it?
This is too big. The way they painted the picture. But I was like, see, there's something about fundamentals. And there's something about building, you know. You have to just lay the foundation. There are times that you are laying the foundation just for other people to build on. You know.
Agree.
But I thank God for some specific people. I still have the pictures in some certain rooms. You know, we had to borrow some boardrooms because there was no office. I didn't have a studio, nothing. Just to be able to draw the bigger picture on the board and hold the meeting with the professionals for them to believe in what I was talking about. Yes. So it was from there that, trust me, all of them, just different people just started contributing. We love the drive. They were talking more about the drive and how I'm seeing possibilities, even with all these impossibilities they painted before me.
Fantastic.
And that's how the platform started. They did not collect a dime from me. But in terms of everything that needed to be procured for the running, I had to run around, for the money. And unfortunately, some people always think, no, your husband dropped the money. No. It's you know, when a man, thank God you're a man, at times a man wants to see, I want to see what I'm dropping money for. I don't understand this thing you're talking about.
With all the things we are already dropping money for, you still want us to drop more money for what?
So I don't understand this business. So it was on a rough terrain. But with the mind of going back, sit down, analyze, who can I call? What's the approach I can bring? What's the offer I can bring to the table? How can this person collaborate because of value alignment when it's reached a certain level? So those line of thoughts is what has really helped Skills Kitchen to be where it is. And that's why I say Skills Kitchen thrives on collaboration. Why? Because even the platform does not exist by itself. It exists with different inputs of different experts. We are saying we are curating courses for the populace. We are creating courses for certain group of people. We are, you know, so it's not something you can start with the mind of, oh, I have my money and I just want to put everything in place all by myself. No, because that's not what the platform stands for.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I like that. And I love the fact that I picked a point that you talked about. The fact that you, even though you knew the idea works, everybody said, man, we don't understand what you're saying. You're speaking gibberish. But you persisted and had to paint the picture for people to understand. Persisted and painted the picture. Now, which I find is very, very interesting. And why I find it interesting is this. So I'll quickly use this as a word of encouragement for creatives before we go to our next question. Now, the point is this. I've had a lot of young people reach out and say, wait, Kola, we want you to mentor us. Kola, we want you to train. Kola, and I'm like, people don't understand. Yes, I'm a photographer, but I have responsibilities. So I have to work. I've got obligations towards my clients. So, you know, when you request for this, you just need to keep reaching out to me. And then some will reach out like once or twice. They'll be like, I beg, he's too proud. He doesn't want to teach us. He doesn't want to. And I like the fact that you were persistent. Not just that you were persistent. You had to look for a way to actually paint a big picture and convince people why this idea will work. Not because it was a platform that they understood. Number one, there's no guarantee that the platform will generate revenue for you in the next 6 months, not even 1 year. And if it was going to generate revenue for you, possibly it will start out in trickles, you know, of 1 naira, 2 naira, 5 naira, because you're talking of collaboration. You're talking of paying whosoever owns the course. You're paying for the platform. You're paying for the service provider. You're paying for the tech guys who are going to manage the platform. You're paying for, you know, the team members who are going to be doing work on the back end and all of that. You're paying for advertising. You're paying for marketing. You're paying for social media marketing, whatever you want to call it. You understand?
Yes.
And then you're supposed to make your money from the courses on those sites and people that buy the 2,000 naira course, the 5,000 naira course, you know, the 10,000 naira course, and those who will still go for the free course alone and not want to even, you know, pay for anything, which is really challenging. So my word is for all of you who are online, persistence is key here, which is one of the things she said here. Persistence is very key. You need to convince people why they should believe in your idea. Nobody will just believe in the idea because the idea popped up in your head. You understand what I'm saying? Even for people like us, convincing people that this is why we need to do the conference is even hard. After we spend all the money to actually make this work, telling people why, telling partners and sponsors why they should bring their money. And we're like, why? Why should we bring their money? What's our business if they learn or they don't learn? If they don't want to learn, don't let them learn, you know? So for me, persistence is actually very key, which is one of the things I want everybody to take away from here. Now, so first I'll talk about the fact that, don't worry, your internet problem will be solved very soon. We are bringing 5G. We are bringing 5G. Don't worry. Once 5G comes, don't worry, we'll sort everything out. Yes, so which is why I want to move into that space of technology and what technology is able to do. With what you've done, we said with Skill Kitchen, virtual learning is going to be the future. Virtual learning is real and it's come to stay. Now, I want us to talk about projections. When I say projections, I'm looking at what kind of future do we see if 5G comes in. So I keep saying this, my research on 5G, the speed of 5G, the minimum speed of 5G will be 2 gigabytes per second. The maximum will be about 20 gigabytes per second. So which means that you can download, for all of you that use hacking platforms and torrents to download movie, that means you can click on the movie now, you download, you go to kitchen, get a glass of water, and just press play, and then the movie will be playing. That's how fast it's going to go. Now, what's your projection for the industry in terms of the creative space? What do you project? What do you see? What's the future of virtual learning, especially for the creative industry? Do you see a future, or you think you see a challenge in the future?
Okay, there's a big future, honestly, and it's really, really bright. But there's even something I want to talk about. You know, initially you mentioned people don't look at the creative space, especially photography, like it's bankable. They don't want to give us loan, which I see as a big problem. More like, what do we do? Because we need to make the society know that we can bring revenue into the country. You know, it's all about, it's because Nollywood brings revenue.
That's why everybody concentrates on it.
Yes, now.
You just calculate the money. If we sell 1 million film, if we do this music, concerts, we can tax them.
We'll be able to do that. But do you know, like, let me give you this thing now. I have a course, which is what we use. You see all those 2,000 30,000 naira one. They are short courses. So beginning of last year, early last year rather, I decided to do a bundle, touch different aspects, you know, like basics for photography. You don't even know anything and you want to know something in photography. Created that bundle package. And it was for 30,000 naira. It is actually for 30,000 naira. The worth of that course is actually like 100 and something K.
I can imagine.
But because it's online, the hours you put in developing an online course, especially when you want to interact with your people well, and you want them to get it well, the way you break it down, it takes over almost 200 hours. I mean days, weeks of course, of just doing small parts. So currently, I relaunched the course, and in total, do you know, I have more students outside the country than inside the country.
Definitely.
So you can imagine the revenue that we can make. And this is to me, that I just started photography yesterday. I am still learning, but it's more like what has helped me so far. I'm just helping people, learn from what I've learned so far. And meanwhile, there are people in the same country with me that I am still learning from. Imagine if they are the ones on this platform now. Now breaking down some specific things, you know, that people want to learn from them. Mr. Kola, there are people that want to learn from you in Australia.
Definitely.
Some are there in Asia. Trust me. So currently, I have students from all the continents. It's only, I don't have any student from North America, and I'm like, why? Why not? You know? So the thing is, there's always somebody somewhere that will just talk about your course, because Africans now want to we want to relate with one another. We want to help the people in the diaspora, want to be able to have impact on what's happening in our society today. Definitely. So how can they contribute? When they pay for our courses, they are contributing to our economy, even though they are far away.
Definitely.
So it's very, very important that we make ourselves relevant. And by the time we are bringing out the figures, imagine just on the creative space alone, we were able to reveal our projections and, we achieved this. Now everybody will begin to say, we need to invest in that sector. Hey, we need to invest. So it's because we haven't made ourselves to be relevant. That is why. We have to shine their eyes, let their eyes be open, that see, because everything is about digital now, and digital is about images, it's about motion. So we are actually more relevant than any, the movie makers, they tried with us now. We are also in the film industry now. So why can't we build ourselves and make sure that let everybody see our relevance in this thing? We are very relevant in projecting people's image. Bayo Omoboriowo is doing perfectly well for Buhari. I told people, I said, see, Bayo is the best thing that has ever happened to President Buhari.
I agree.
You understand?
I totally agree.
So because the projection, the way he projects his image, somebody that has never related with Buhari before will just fall in love with Buhari.
You just fall in love, straight up. Say,
and people now will now say they don't understand our impacts in the society. What are they telling us? If it was, think about other presidents, the way he tells the story. So they don't know, for a creative, you make use of your mind. And our minds can never be quantified with money. We can tell the stories with images. The way we'll tell the story, we can make people to fall in line with the way we want them to fall in line. Whatever perception we want them to have about a subject matter, we can portray it. That's the power that we have. And that power, we have to look for how we are going to convert it to money, convert it to value, so that they know that see, we are very important. And what I think is, it's when we do things collectively. You know, when they say you owed one touchlight by itself in a corner can never shine as bright as putting a pack together
of touchlights.
So that is what I feel we need in order to show our relevance. So that they will begin to know that this is a sector that we need to invest money. They will begin to create that sector for us. That see, you have opportunity for funding, because a lot of photographers need funds. But they have
agree.
brilliant ideas. They don't have the necessary equipment. And we need funds. But the funds are not available. They would rather look for the filmmakers first. They will only look at us like we are just passerbys, Abby. What do they call them in the movie industry? Those ones that will just walk and pass. You know? So, and we hold it too. We hold it too. So really, that was just came to my mind. I see that is we really have that tool to change the perception. Definitely. We need to break down the perception, break down the problem now. Then we will now be very strategic about the approach to it. They will not even know where our goal is. They will just be feeling the impact. And they'll be feeling the impact. As they're feeling the impact, they'll be like, I beg, we just have to be on board.
Let's drop,
we have to just join. You know, so we hold a strong place.
Fantastic,
so sorry,
fantastic.
Back to the question that you asked me, actually. So you actually asked me a question. So the projection is actually huge. With the way I am, you can imagine my courses already going on within 2 months of release. That's one. The course is about hitting 7 digits now. Just that one course. So you can imagine what it's like if you have relevant. There's street photography, there's this, and thing about photography is extremely huge. That's what people don't understand. When people think that they say we can call somebody, okay, fine, call the person. But the way each person relates to a story, the way we can paint the picture, even with the problems in our society now, do you know we have a bit of the answer? We can begin the kind of images that we can push out there in collections, in bundles. It can change perspective, because changing of perspective is not a one movement. It's a hitting movement. It's like drop of water. Yes. It's like the drop of water from a tap, and you will just notice after a while that particular spot is changing color. So it's that continuous thing. But if we desire that thing of, hey, let us just do rush and no, it's continuous. It's continuous. So we just need to develop that strategic plan and unleash it and let them know that we hold the tool too.
We are here. We are ready. Okay,
and
so this has been exciting. So we have very few minutes. You understand I'm saying? I want us to make sure we round this up before 5 p.m. So first I'll say hi to Kate. I don't know if she's still in here. Auntie Kate, we are hailing you. Let's Auntie Kate. Now, so for the website,
Auntie Kate,
it is the website is scaleskitchen.com. Scales as in SKILLS kitchen.com. So please visit the website. You can launch your courses, you can take courses, and then let me quickly, I'm on what you've said, the compulsive relevance that we have to create to become bankable. And I think for me, that's one amazing thing I've been able to take away from here. When you're trying to push relevance, you have to be compulsive about it, which is the same thing as what you said when it comes to persistence. And then I like the fact that you emphasize on the word that it's not an issue of one person trying to shine a light. It's like loads of people trying to shine lights, into the same spot. A pack of torchlights will do amazingly well. It will turn into a floodlight as against when you're pointing just one torchlight. And for me, I find it very, very interesting. So the fact that, one of the big things we've been able to achieve with the conference is bringing creatives on board. So it's not a one-person thing. It's various people from the creative industry, not just from the creative industry. We have people from government, we have people from the finance industry. We have all of these people coming together and trying to help us to define this industry we're trying to build. So one or two more questions before we round up. I want to see us running up in the next 8 minutes. So guys, if you've got questions, you can please send in your question here. We'll read it. Busola will respond to them. And then if there's some I need to respond to, we will. And then if you've not created a course as a creative, it's a good thing for you to do. I mean, I don't have an excuse anymore. My own excuse has been work. She did they have said everybody should stay at home. They have said everybody should stay at home. I don't have an excuse now. Now we have to create these courses. And the same thing goes for as many creatives as possible. And this is one area you can actually generate revenue. You know, so imagine if you're sitting in your house and that guy in Australia or the guy in China, you know, can actually take your course.
Yes.
It's fantastic. So for you that says, how can you ask questions? So the same way you're typing in your responses now, just type in your question. We will respond to the question because we can actually see what you're typing in. That's why we're responding to you. So yes, you know, the guy in China can buy your course. So imagine if 1 million people globally, don't forget the population of the world is 7 billion.
Yes.
So imagine if 1 million people buy your 2,000 naira course. I'm not good with maths. So it's either that will give you 200 million or 2,000 million. And 2,000 million, if I'm not mistaken, is 2 billion.
Yes.
So imagine if you have 2,000 people buy the 2,000 naira course. And you know how much 2,000 is in USD? That's about less than $5.
It's less than $5.
Yeah. So imagine if people can buy your $5 course and 1 million people buy your $5 course. Imagine how much you'll be able to generate. That's the idea I want us to have. That's the mindset I want us to have. The mindset to create more. And like we said, the moment people start saying it, the moment you can go to a Skill Kitchen account and Skill Kitchen wants to put in for a loan and they can show their books, how much they are able to earn. And then they ask, wait, which industry is Skill Kitchen? They say, it's creative now, majorly photography. They'll be like, okay, if photography, one person can chop 2 billion. Okay, that means if they have 100 people on their platform at 2 billion, that's almost like 2,000 billion, Abi. 2,000 billion is 2 trillion, Abi. So if that, if that platform can generate that amount of money, automatically, what does that mean? It means it's a bankable industry. So what we're trying to say is, technology is the key, like she said, and there's a huge opportunity right in front of us. We cannot but take advantage of the opportunity that technology has come to offer us as photographers. It's not come to scare us away. Don't worry, things will come. Cameras will be miniaturized. There'll be sense technology coming into play. There'll be new devices. I mean, I remember then that we used to carry big lights and look for power source. If you don't have generator, small generator, past my neighbor, you'll be buying big power pack that we cannot even afford. Then you have to charter a vehicle to move everything. Now, we just want small lights. You dump it in your, I mean, I was traveling, I had to do a shoot. Very funny. I did a shoot out of town, out of the country years ago. It was really tough.
Meanwhile, you need to be taking me. Me too, I want to be traveling to South Africa.
We will discuss this. We will discuss this off camera.
Okay, but I'm publicly saying it so that you will not deny me later.
On camera. You know, sorry, it's so funny. No, it's fine. So it's so funny. I had to travel recently. I think I was shooting a wedding in was it Mauritius, and all the lights I was going to use, as well as my stand, I packed them into my backpack. Not even an equipment bag. I put everything into my backpack, and I actually did shoots all through my stay when I was there. And what I'm trying to say is everything is miniaturized. There's a huge opportunity, and I don't know, it's a huge opportunity that we just have to take advantage of. So I'm sorry. There's someone who asked a question here that says, I checked your web, but I wanted to see your photography archive. I am not taking any classes, but interested in your work. So if it's about our work, I think just do the social media page. Go to as Busola Dakolo Images, right?
Yes.
So go to our Busola Dakolo Images for our personal work as a photographer.
As a photographer.
Yes, but Skill Kitchen is the hub and the platform
online learning
for learning. Yeah, so please go to that platform, you will actually see our work. Or just Google Busola Dakolo. Google should actually take you to one of our pages that shows a couple of our work. So yes, so please take advantage of that. I mean, use technology, please. You know, which is what we're preaching here. So quickly, I want you to give like a passing comment. And this is how we give our passing comments. For those who are willing to go into photography, so for yours it will be 2 layers. Those who are willing to go into photography and those who are hoping to take advantage of virtual learning, what advice would you give them?
So the best advice I would ever tell anyone is be willing. Be willing to learn, you know. A lot of people get scared just hearing photography. Can I really learn? I had that perception too, like it's a man's thing, like men will always be better, trust me. You know, so but by the time I just developed the mind of I can learn. First of all, just tell yourself you can do it. As simple as knowing you can and be willing to learn. Seize every opportunity to learn that you know of, that you think of. Any opportunity you see out there, any article that you can read on that you know will help you, do it. But more importantly is be more practical. Like practice. Even if you don't have a camera. Like I tell people, I have someone that interned with me, she didn't have a camera. But right now, she has a studio at around that Ifako side.
Fantastic.
And the interesting thing is, you start with even a photo, even with a phone camera. If they see that you know how to even position the light well, you know how to position the camera well when you want to take a photo, they begin to have the idea of, oh, this person understands photography, you know. So you can position yourself very well with what you have. Then you can start to use other people's camera. You borrow. I know people that they don't have cameras right now. They borrow people's cameras to be able to get jobs done. And they are saving towards having a camera.
Their own device.
There's a will, there's a way.
There's a way.
So always improvise. Never say I'm stuck. That's what I tell myself. So that's why I'm saying it. At every point in time when I feel I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, I think of how else can I do this with what I have. It has to be like that little oil that you have. What can you use the oil to get, to achieve? What can you achieve with it? So that's the mindset I want people to have about photography too. Make use of the available light you have. Even before thinking of going to buy, you know, artificial lights, strobes and all that. Make use of the available lights that you have.
Fantastic.
Natural lights.
I like that.
Yes, make use of it. And, you know, everything will keep improving. If I were to go back in time, I'm saying this out of what I would have done better. I was too fast to quickly go and get my own equipment. I would have saved myself more money. And that's why I said Creative Life chopped my head. And also New York Film Academy, you know, they will tell you, oh, we have this package for you to buy this. So as I was leaving school, no, you can't buy this. I was buying this, buying that. But trust me, there were some things that I could have just left out and start with some available, just, you know, specific kind of equipment. And I would have achieved a lot with that. And I would have saved a lot of money, diverted it into something else in the business, you know.
Fantastic.
So I just want you to make use of what you have.
Okay, thank you very much, Busola. This has been exciting. This has been amazing.